Hello, good morning everybody, and welcome to Coffee and a Card with Bird's Nest Designs. Welcome and good morning. My name is Denise Cox and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Archibald, Saskatchewan, and I am here this morning for our weekly Coffee and a Card video, and I hope that you join me live if you're able, or catch the replay. Leave me a comment and let me know. I love to know who's here stamping with me. I've got my cup of coffee ready to go. We're going to be using the wonderful Scenic Adventure bundle. This is one of the online exclusives. It's really cool stamp set, especially for anybody who loves the outdoors. So we're going to be using that today to make a really quick and easy card, because we all need to have those ready as well, right? We want to have something that we can make really quickly if we are in a bit of a pinch to get that card out. All right, so good morning, Joan. Nice to see you. Yeah, it is very, very smoky here today. I don't even know if it's warm out because I haven't been outside. It's so smoky. So I hope wherever you are enjoying some beautiful weather on this Wednesday morning. And yeah, so for those of you who signed up for me Creatively Hatched, the deadline was yesterday. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to get together and stamp with you on Zoom in the beginning of July. It's going to be a really fun class, and I've got a great class coming up for the July version. So keep an eye out for that. I'm excited to share that with you too. So yeah, so again, say hello when you get here. Let me know you're watching. Hello to everyone who's here live, who's not putting the comments in, and to those of you watching the replay down the road. So welcome. As I said, I'm very excited to get together today to stamp with the Scenic Adventure. So I'll show this up close when we get down to the desk view. I'll show you all the gorgeous dies and the stamps that come with it. And yeah, so don't forget about the suite sale that's happening right now with Stampin' Up! Too. We still have till the 30th of June. So buy one, get one 50% off the product suites. And it's not just the suites alone. It's also if you buy parts of the suite. So maybe you want to buy the Cheers and Sips bundle and the turtle bundle. You can put those two together and get one half price. So they don't have to be from the same suite. It doesn't have to be the entire suite. It can actually be designer series paper in a bundle, or embellishments and designer series paper. It doesn't have to be the entire suite, and you'll get whichever one is the least expensive you'll get for 50% off. So add as many to your cart as you want. You can use the offer as many times as you like. So if you have 8 total products that are from suites, you'll get 4 half price. Okay, so it's always going to be the least expensive that you're going to get the price reduction on. But my little tip to you is do the math and look at it. Maybe it's more beneficial to split your order over 2. Okay, anyway, enough about that. I want to get to stamping. It is so much fun to start our day creatively, and grab a nice cup of coffee and share it with some Stampin' friends. So let's turn the camera down. Hello, Karen and Michelle. Nice to see you. And yes, Karen's comment is very bang on. She says, love stamps that can help with masculine cards. This one is really awesome, and it's super quick and easy. So let me turn the camera down. Here we are. So this is the Scenic Adventure stamp set. You can see it's like some nice, relaxing, outdoorsy images, and then some really awesome sentiments to go with it. Now, this is the only card I've made to date with this stamp set, but I am so excited to create more. Here are the dies. Okay, so none of the dies, I will point that out, none of the dies cut out the images in the stamp set, okay? They are meant to be standalone to help build a scene, which is what we're going to use today. All right, hi Sonia and Marie. And Beverly, oh, I'm so glad it's sunny for you, Marie, in Montreal. That's awesome. I think if it wasn't smoky, it would be sunny here as well. Okay, so these are the dies we're going to use. They are so pretty, and they combine together to make scenes really nicely. So we're going to use that. Our only ink pad we're going to use today is Secret C, and we're going to be using the Your Amazing sentiment from this one, because I just think that can be used for so many things, right? And it's a good card to have on hand, ready to go, because you can tell somebody they're amazing any day of the year. You could tell them they're amazing on their birthday, on their anniversary, just because they did something great, or just to say, hey, I'm thinking of you. So it's a great one to have on hand. So let's do our stamping first. I've cut out ahead of time out of Very Vanilla. So we're using Secret Sea, Gray Granite, Basic Gray, Mossy Meadow, and Very Vanilla. Okay, we are going to, on our Nested Essentials die. So this is a die I cut out here, and it's the, you'll see, it's the second one in from the largest. So I would call that number 3. So I always start counting from the smallest. So 1, 2, 3. This is number 3. So let's stamp our sentiment onto our label first. And that is all the stamping we're going to do on this card. So let's do that first. Good morning, Tina, and hello, Tanya. Hi, Beverly. Nice to see you ladies here this morning. All right, there is You're Amazing. Okay, so that's ready to go. We're going to set that off to the side. Now, we're going to cut out using my mini boss, my boho blue mini boss. I love this little guy. We're going to be using that, but I'm not going to I'm not going to wheel it through on this desk because it'll make it so shaky. I don't want to make you guys motion sickness. So we're going to set it all up, and then I will roll it through on the other table. So we need our number 1 and our number 2. As you can see, this is the one I use all the time for cutting. So let's cut out the first thing. We're going to use Mossy Meadow, and we're actually going to cut out 2 of these trees. Okay, so we're going to cut this one out twice, and I hope I cut myself enough paper. Did you see I didn't poke out all the little bits last time I used this, so we're just going to quickly do that. Okay. Ooh, there we go. So if I put them on an angle here, ooh, am I going to get 2? It's okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're going to cut it like that. And then we're going to use some basic gray, and we're going to cut out this mountain top. So can you see? Hi, Mary Lou. We're going to use this piece here. So this is like the top of a mountain, mountain peak, or however you want to see it. So that's how we're going to cut. And we're just going to kind of put this one down like that. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Diane, good morning from Tisdale. You are so close to me, my friend. Hello, hello. All right, so let's start with cutting this out. We'll put this over top. Actually, we're going to just slide that down so we have a little bit overhang here. All right, so we'll do that. And then I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to wheel it through my machine over here so it's not to shake you guys. We don't want you spilling your coffee into motion sickness. Okay, so we've got those cut here. All right, so we'll put that one off to the side. These trees, we're going to cut one more set of trees, as I said. So this card is really almost all die cutting. So let's get one more set of trees. And then I think we're going to have to do the one more piece we need to cut. We're going to have to do all by itself. So let's just cut the trees first. Okay, so we're going to die cut the trees. We're using Mossy Meadow. Okay, there's our Mossy Meadow. All right, now we'll put those trees back. So then I'm going to pull in a piece of gray granite, and we're going to take this large mountain scene here. Okay, and I'm going to place it right close to the top of my piece of paper there. All right, you see that? All right, so let's go ahead, one more cut, and then we're going to assemble this card and show you how quickly it all will come together. Okay, so here we have a final piece cut. Do you see that? Isn't that awesome? Okay, so you may have noticed that these mountain tops, the peaks of the mountain, they're not actually cutting all the way. So it didn't cut down here, right? As you can see, it just kind of cut those detailed lines in there for you. Same with the other one over here. See how it's done that? So I'm sure you can be really creative and think about all of the ideas you could use with something like that. But we're actually going to just use it for a mountaintop. And I need my paper snips. Hello, Jennifer. So we're gonna just snip this off, okay? Like that. So we don't need this piece. I can see that off to the side. All right, these pieces we don't need. Okay, I'm gonna move the dies. You guys have seen how wonderful they are. We're gonna put those off to the side over here. Okay, so all our pieces cut. So I'm starting with a Starry Sky card base, a regular one, so it's just 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We'll fold that in half on the score line and then burnish it with our bone folder. Okay, now to create the sky, I'm using this designer series paper, which is called Everyday Skies. It's also an online exclusive. It's been around for a little while. It's like super fun. Isn't that look like the beautiful night sky? I just love this paper. So I've got that 3 3/4 by 5, and I'm gonna layer it on to a 4 by 5 1/4. Well, that's not gonna work, is it? Okay, I'm not sure what happened. We'll just use that for the inside. For some reason, my cut on that one is a little bit off. Or no, maybe not. Hold on. Maybe I wanted just a smaller border. That's what we were going for. Okay, I forgot what I was doing. So this is 3 3/4 by 5. This one is going to be 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So just an eighth bigger, just to give us that little border. So Karen's asking if I can explain the other dies. I sure can try, for sure. When we're done this card, we'll look at those other dies and we'll do some experimenting if we need to. And we will get them all figured out. Mount Rainier in Washington. Absolutely, Joan. I am originally from Trail, BC, which is not far from Washington State at all. So yes, it looks like Mount Rainier. Okay, there we go. So that is going to go on the front of our card. Okay, so we'll center that. I'll make sure I'm opening this right. I did that last week. Were you guys watching? And I had the card open the wrong way. Oh my goodness. So there's our card, the start of our card. I just had to have another sip of coffee. I don't want it to get cold. All right, now back to our pieces. Here they are. This is actually going to be for the inside. So let's go ahead and attach this 4 by 5 1/4, very vanilla. It's going to go on the inside of our card. And then I cut one of these trees so that we could decorate the inside of our card. Because you know what I say, we don't want to leave the inside naked. There's lots of room to decorate and design something in there too. And it just helps to add a little bit of that special feeling of a homemade card when you have something fun on the inside too. Do you agree? All right, so this is just going to use a little bit of white liquid glue here. And we'll attach those trees down here in the corner. Okay, so there's our inside. Now, on the outside, what we're going to do is we're going to create our mountain scene. So as you can see, those mountains fit straight across our card base. This mountain, I want to tuck in here so it's another mountain peak that's going to layer in like that. Okay, so that is how we're going to create these mountains. So we're going to tuck this one we cut, we're going to tuck it in behind here. All right, so what I want to do for that is I'm going to kind of place my mountain, the lighter gray one, the large one, where I want it, and I'm just going to stick something over top, like my bone folder, to hold that where I want it. I'm going to grab my liquid glue again, and I'm just going to put a bit on the back here, because what I'm doing is I want this one to be flat, and I'm going to bump up the mountain on the top to give it some extra dimension. So we're just going to slide that in where we want it. Liquid glue gives us that wiggle room, right? So that's why I use that one. So we can attach that down just like that. Aren't the tree die cuts beautiful? Yes, they are, Jennifer. I love them. Okay, so now let's flip our mountain over. Okay, we'll just put some bumpets on the back, maybe one in the center here. And then I think we probably should add one up here as well, just so that everything is going to sit nice and level. Okay. And then we're going to be mindful to layer or to line up where we wanted that mountain. Okay, so just kind of like that. Oh, did I forget to? I forgot to peel off that bump it. Okay, there we go. So isn't that a fun mountain scene with that sky in the background? I think it looks so beautiful. But of course, we're not finished. We're still going to add our label. And so I'm going to place my label so that it kind of hides the bottom of the mountain to create that look that the mountains are coming up from behind it, okay? And they're not just floating here in the sky. So let's go ahead. I'm going to use I'm going to use liquid glue here on the top. And then because we have bumpets on the mountain, I just want to put one single bumpet down here to help keep it nice and even, okay? So we'll flip that over. And we're going to place this here, covering up that floating mountain look. We don't want our mountains floating. That wouldn't be good. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to take our trees. We're going to just poke out the little bits that didn't poke out. This is an old piercing tool, but your take a pick tool, which I should have out here because I'm going to need it in a minute anyway, has an end like this as well, so you can use that. Okay, so there's our trees. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to put a bumpet. Okay, we're going to put a bumpet on our tree here. I want it to be nice and solid, so let's put another one there. And then you'll probably want to use mini bumpets, or if you don't have those, that's not a problem. Just use your big ones and just cut them in half, okay? So we'll go ahead and add some of these little guys here, maybe one more there. And I think perhaps one more just down here. Oops. Okay. Let's go ahead and get those off of there so we don't have the same issue we had with the mountaintop there. All right, so there's our trees, and we're just gonna pop these up here. Again, I'm kind of hiding that floating mountain look. Okay, so I'm hiding the bottom of the mountain like that. Okay, what do you think? Isn't that a super easy and beautiful card? Now, to add some bling and some sparkle, because even though it's got a masculine feel to it, a little bit of bling or shine doesn't hurt anything, right? So I am going to grab my take a pick tool, and let's add some of our flat, what are these called? These are called antique pearls. So I'm going to place a big one up here. It's kind of gives you an impression like it's maybe the moon, okay? I know it's not the right ratio, but there you go. We have like a little moon on our, and then let's just add a couple down here. Like that, and that can be as simple as this card needs to be, right? It's super simple, it's beautiful, and it's, you know, didn't take long at all. And there's the inside, so it's not a naked inside. We got some fun in there too. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of that card. The sample one I did is pretty much exactly the same, so there we have it. So yeah, so that's using the Scenic Adventures bundle. So we use the words from the stamp, and we use a variety of the dies here too. Okay, so I will go through and explain these dies. And we also used the Nested Essentials, and we used the Everyday Skies Designer Series paper. Okay, so let's look at these dies. So what's going to happen here is, if we were to cut out, okay, so these trees are self-explanatory, right? The trees are going to do just like what we did here. This one's just a smaller version of that tree. We've done the mountain tops here, so we know what those are going to do. We've got a little fire, so you could make like a campfire. So we've got some logs and some flames, so you can create a campfire. Yes, Jennifer, you're right. It would make a good sympathy card too. Okay, and then this one, what this one is going to do is it's going to put little holes in your designer paper, and we can actually, let's do a sample of this one. So I'm going to just take a piece of basic gray, and we're going to run this one through, and I'll show you what it does. Okay, so we'll put that through, wheel it on in. What it's going to do is it's going to put little holes for stars, and then it's going to cut out the moon. So see how you could put that into like a night sky? It's not zooming, it's not focusing very well, but it's got the moon and then the little dots for stars. So that would be really fun if you were to do that onto your designer paper or cardstock. So that's what that one does. Now this one here, you're going to use, oh my gosh, my magnet is so strong. This one, you're going to use along the edge of your cardstock, okay? So if we wanted to cut it, do I have a piece? Maybe I have a piece we can use. Here's a piece, a scrap piece of shaded spruce I have sitting here on my desk. So let's just tear this in half. We don't need it to be that long. This is just a sample after all, right? So we're going to take this one and we're going to cut it out across there, and I'll show you what it's going to do. It's going to make like a ridge of trees that you could put along the bottom of your card, the base of your mountain, however you wanted to design your scene. But we'll go ahead and cut that out so you can see. I love that you asked this, Karen, because sometimes it's hard to imagine what the dies do without seeing them in person. So there you see what it's going to do. It's going to cut out. Oh, you can flip it over almost and have another one. But there is the ridge of trees that one works. So that is the trees for this die here. And I think that is just stunning. Do you guys like that? I'm impressed. And like I said, you could get 2 for 1 and you could use that similarly for trees as well, right? So that's just the negative image. So there's that. That one's really a fun one. Okay, let's experiment. Why not just grab this other piece of paper here since we have it anyway, and let's cut out this one. This one's going to create like mounds of grass is how I'm imagining this one to be. So we'll do that. And then this one here, if you see, that's going to give like little flowers. So you probably wouldn't want to do that one in green, but because that's the color I have here, that's what we're going to use. Okay. So let's go ahead and cut that out. And that other one you see there, so that, oh, let me wind this through and then we'll take a minute to talk about that one too. Oh, that one went shooting across. Okay, so as I said, here's the one that's going to create those little flowers. So you could do it repeatedly across and you could create a border of these beautiful flowers. Do you see how that is? It's really not focusing very well today. There you go. So you can kind of see those flowers that it's cutting out. So that was this small guy right there. Okay. And then for this one, it's created like a grassy shrubs kind of border. So again, you would cut that nicely. You wouldn't just tear it like I am, but you could have like a nice border at the base of your mountains as well. So it's a really fun set of dies. And this one here is meant to be like, potentially think like dirt or water, and you just want some texture and some color, or not color, some, what do you want, like dimension in it, I guess you could call it. So here's another little scrap I have. I have a bunch of little scraps on my desk. It's been a designing kind of week. So if I just say this was some water on our scene and we cut this is the last one. So I hope you guys are enjoying this little impromptu demonstration. But it does help to know what the dies do when you're making that decision on whether you want to purchase the bundle or not. Okay, so that one, see what I mean? It's just going to give you that, oh, some ribbon here. It's just going to give you that kind of like waves or rippled water look. See that? Or you could do it in brown and have it as sand or dirt. So yeah, super fun set of dies. I think these are wonderful. What do you guys think? Is it making you want to add them to your next order? I know when I see things and I'm like, oh, now I need to have that too. Okay, so there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for suggesting the demo, Karen. I hadn't even thought about that, but it definitely is beneficial to see what all of these fun dies can do. There's our moon and there's our water. So just some ideas for you on how you can use that bundle in your stamping and scrapbooking and card making and all of the things. So I'm glad that helped. You guys found that helpful. That's awesome. And I hope that you enjoyed our simple card this morning for coffee and a card. Very simple, but could be used for many, many things. And as Jennifer said, would also make a really good sympathy card. So keep that in mind on your next time you need something quick and easy, that this card came together very quickly. And you could switch out some of the papers and colors and stuff and make a very different looking card with the same bits and pieces, just like I do on my Craft from Your Stash series. So if you missed that last night, I was live at 8 p.m. last night to do Craft from Your Stash. So we started out using the Party Piggy. We made this fun card. Isn't that sweet? And then I switched it out and grabbed my Hey Birthday Chick set, and we made this one. So those are the two cards we made last night in Craft from Your Stash, inspiring you to use your new and your old sets. You bought them because you love them, so pull them out, use them, and make some more beautiful creations. Okay, I'm just reading comments, making sure there's nothing I need to answer. Carla, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Same with you, Tina. Hello, Rhonda. Nice to see you. And yes, it's a fabulous die set. Oh yes, log in a campfire, Jennifer, absolutely. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm gonna finish up my cup of coffee. If you did enjoy the video, please subscribe to my channel. Click the little heart, the thumbs up. It does help the algorithms to spread the joy and get more people to come and watch our videos and join us in the comments. So thank you so much. Have a great Wednesday, and I will be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Mountain Time, Saskatchewan time. Thursday tomorrow to do my class to go with celebratory sips and the Cheers and Sips bundle. So how that one works, hopefully you've seen the email, but it's a 3-card video we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to make all 3 cards. If you place an order with me between the 12th and the 18th, that is $60 before shipping and tax, and after any of your rewards you redeem, I'm going to send you the make and takes to make all 3 cards. You'll have everything you need to make them. You'll just need your own stamps and ink, adhesive, and embellishments. But your designer series paper, any die cuts that aren't from the bundle, and all the cardstock will be there for you. Get them in the mail and you can go ahead and make them with the PDF I'm going to send you too. So you can watch the videos or use the PDF and remake those cards. So join me tomorrow. Everyone can watch. It's free for everyone to watch. 8 p.m. Mountain Time or Saskatchewan time, Thursday, June 12th. So hope to see you guys there. Have a great night. Cheers.